brought by COVID-19. Through digitalization, leadership, collaboration, and inclusive involvement of women in addressing the grand challenges of our times as we adapt to this new normal. So that's a bit on the background, but I will have the full pleasure of Ms. Fatin to come in for her welcoming and briefing shortly, as well as remarks from our AYEC partners. Before that, ladies and gentlemen, to start today's press conference, we would like to start and welcome the recital of Surah Al-Fatiha to bless today's event. استغفر الله العظيم استغفر الله العظيم استغفر الله العظيم الفاتحة أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين 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 يا رب العالمين. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my biggest pleasure to now welcome Yang Mulia Nurliana Fatin Arifin, convener 6th ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival Brunei Darussalam, standing chair 2021 ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council AYEC, and finally the president of Young Entrepreneurs Association of Brunei for the welcoming and briefing on the 6th ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival. Fatin, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Fadli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. To all my colleagues here, to all our partners, and also our media partners here. Before I go into the carnival any further, allow me to introduce a little bit about the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council so that we can gain some context lah. So the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council was established during the 26th ASEAN Summit in Malaysia in 2015, and it was endorsed by the ASEAN leaders during the Kuala Lumpur Declaration. So the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council, AYEC for short, is a network of young entrepreneurs associations from across all the 10 ASEAN countries. So its founding was actually advocated by the ASEAN Business Advisory Council and also the ASEAN Secretariat. It's a landmark initiative and a platform for regional cooperation amongst our ASEAN young entrepreneurs. So it's really aimed at providing our young entrepreneurs as well a voice to speak at the table of private sector representatives in ASEAN. And this was actually followed by Brunei punya initiative in 2013 to include youth under the economic pillar. In 2013 by the ASEAN leaders during the Bandar Seri Begawan Declaration. So the AYEC today has also launched the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Association and then also the ASEAN Young Women Entrepreneurs Club, AYWEC. So a key annual agenda or highlight of the AYEC is actually the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival. And it was actually inaugurated in Kuala Lumpur in July 2016 to celebrate ASEAN youth and their entrepreneurial spirit and to nurture companionship. So since its founding, AYE Carnival has already brought together over 3,000 young entrepreneurs during the AYE Carnival in Kuala Lumpur in 2016. And then it was then held in Manila in 2017, Singapore in 2018, Bangkok in 2019, and most recently in Hanoi in 2020, which was a hybrid event last year. So now in 2021, the AYE Carnival is hosted virtually, entirely virtually for the first time in Bandar Seri Begawan, inshallah. So as we have already explained a little bit about the carnival theme this year, which is reimagining business in the new paradigm, it is calling for businesses and young entrepreneurs to overcome the disruptions brought by COVID-19 through digitalization, leadership, collaboration, and inclusive involvement of women in addressing the grand challenges of our times, especially as we adapt to this new normal. So if my colleague Jun could show us a bit of a slide, maybe Jun take us to the forum highlight. Yeah, so the next one, to the forum highlight, Jun. Just scroll again. Okay, so the 6th AYE Carnival actually aims to inspire and challenge young entrepreneurs in ASEAN to take on lessons from the pandemic to re-emerge stronger, wiser, and bolder together to build resilient, nimble, and innovative businesses and contribute to taking ASEAN to greater heights. So if I could take you through the program highlights quickly. So day one, let's go to day one, June. Day one is an internal invitation by invitation program where AYEC will be hosting our annual general meeting, followed by an inaugural initiative for an ABAC AYEC policy dialogue forum. So the day before the main forum day, we will also be having our internal policy dialogue forum with our colleagues from ABAC. So it will be attended by the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council, our members, and then also the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, where the dialogue really is to empower and enable our young entrepreneurs from across ASEAN to contribute, again, to taking ASEAN to greater heights through collective discussions on key enablers to recovery. Because as we can see, our ASEAN colleagues are all now re-emerging out of their year-long, some 2-year-long lockdowns and restrictions. It's only now that Brunei is still currently in that phase. So that is what's happening on day one. On day two, inshallah, it will be the main forum day. June, next to day two, please. On day two, the main forum day, we will be having 6 sessions. Again, the theme, Reimagining Business in the New Paradigm. We will start the program with a session on session on the COVID-19 disruption, because one of the main thing really is for us to really come together to really reflect on what has happened over the past year. So we will have a panel of young entrepreneurs and startups from across ASEAN here represented. And then we follow the session with a session on reimagining leadership in the age of new normal. So here, what we want to talk about really is how has leadership been challenged by the pandemic? Because a lot of our colleagues have had to face the tough call of, do you save the business, or do you save the employees? Which one is it? So hence we're putting this session together for us to have a great discussion on what has leadership changed during the pandemic ini. So session 2, we want to focus on women as co-creators, rising above uncertainties. We want to focus on women's role in rising through the challenges, rising through the pandemic. And then also we've got session on imperative for digitalization, building smart businesses. Actually, we've changed the topic to building smart businesses. So here we will have a panel of innovative and resilient businesses and entrepreneurs who have navigated the new normal through digitalization. So we want to bring a focus towards digitalization because it has been talked about. If we look at ASEAN in 2020, for the first time in ASEAN, 10% of ASEAN population actually went up online for the first time. And also we can see the rise of e-commerce across the world as well. So that's why we wanted to bring this center stage as well, because it's important for our businesses to build their part to be nimble through digitalization as well. So session 6 is the closing session where we will talk about sama-sama collaboration for recovery. So we want to focus on how can we re-emerge from the pandemic together. So we always believe, we have a firm belief in collaboration, and that's one thing that we also advocate at the AYEC. It's about collaborating. So that's the key highlight for day 2. We will also be having, inshallah, 3 of our ministers joining us with keynote addresses as well. Maybe June, next page, please. Yeah, so inshallah, we will have the Minister of Finance and Economy, 2, and then we will have the Minister of Transport and Telecommunications, and also the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports as well join us at the session, inshallah. And then it will be followed by a handover ceremony to Cambodia, because they will be host for next year. And just to highlight a little bit, we are also going to be joined by over 25 speakers from across ASEAN, and some of them actually include our own Queenie Chong, CEO of Memory, and then we've got our colleague in education from Cambodia, Mr. Okna Pekbolen. And then we've got Shu Rumahan, which is e-commerce for e-commerce that came out for the remote areas in Indonesia. And then we've got Wellness Trading as well from Laos. And then we've got Plus Vibes from Malaysia, Miss Madiha. And then we've got a proven group of companies. We are represented by someone in manufacturing in Myanmar. And then we've also got ecosystem builder, Miss Noreen Marian from Philippines. And then we've got Mr. Gavin from Thailand as well, in real estate and actually multiple businesses as well, conglomerate in Thailand. And then we've got Miss Leanne Roberts as well, who is from She Loves Tech, and also Miss Emmy Dao from Vietnam, who is also in education, STEM education for young people from Vietnam. So these are just some of the highlights. There are over 25 speakers from across ASEAN joining us. Maybe can you take us through quickly to some of the highlights, June? Next page. So we will also be having a virtual expo that we are hosting from the 18th to 21st. So we count day 1 as 19th, and then day 2 as the forum day on the 20th. But actually, we also have the virtual expo starting on the 18th November, which is a Thursday, until 21 November, to provide opportunity for our participants to start getting engaged to what's happening at the Carnival overall. Yep. So quickly, we'll just show you some of the speakers that we have. So these are some of the speakers that we have. Some of them we have already mentioned just now. We have also Mr. Tat Hachal Liha from Thailand. And then next. June, next. We've also got, we mentioned just now, Mr. Gavin. We also have Mr. Lee Dak Lam from Vietnam, who is in education, in sports. And also we've got Miss Anna as well from Singapore, the New Savvy, who teaches women to plan smartly on financial. Yeah, next. Yeah, so we've also got Ms. Sylvain Nguyen from real estate in Vietnam. So also Mr. Vijal from Singapore, who is going to share with us as well about how his company has been able to turn over 3 billion in 2020 during the pandemic. Yeah, so they are in agriculture. Yeah, agriculture and manufacturing as well. Yeah, so these are some of the highlights that we have. We've also got our colleagues from Myanmar. So we wanted to make sure all speakers are represented from across ASEAN countries. And of course, we will also be joined by our partners as well, Madam Susanna, and also our colleague as well from Baiduri Bank, Mr. Mohammad Isa, to the forum. So that's, I think that's it from me for now. If I could just hand it over back to Fadli. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Fatin. Yeah, if I can ask Fatin to mute her mic, I can hear some echoing now. Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now welcome remarks from our key 6 ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival partners. So it is now my pleasure to now firstly invite Haji Musa bin Haji Adinin. He's a member of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, ASEAN BAC, as well as the Managing Director of Adinin Group of Companies. Tuan Haji Musa, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Fadli. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning, everyone. Distinguished entrepreneurs. I'm honored to have been invited by Yang Fatina Rike, Governor of the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival 2021, and standing chair of the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council, and to represent the ASEAN Business Advisory Council at Brunei at today's press conference. We are proud of ASEAN BAC's history and partnership with the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council. And we are pleased to give our utmost support to the forthcoming ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival 2021. The ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival theme this year of Imagining Business in the New Paradigm represents the need for continuous and collaborative efforts of ASEAN entrepreneurs as well as youth-led businesses and organizations in embracing change and fostering business agility. These exemplary efforts are also aligned with the ASEAN Business Advisory Council's 2021 theme and the goal for ASEAN member states to recover stronger together, sama-sama, and from the adverse socio-economic impact and repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic. As an entrepreneur, I acknowledge the fundamental attributes of adaptability and perseverance required for any business to thrive, and these have been necessary to an even greater degree as a consequence of this current pandemic. In these challenging times, the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival 2021 aims to promote the importance of digitalization, leadership, and collaboration for businesses and young entrepreneurs. We highly anticipate that the experience and insights of outstanding industry leaders, senior government officials, and entrepreneurs featured in the panel discussions and panel sessions will help guide and inspire young entrepreneurs to be more resilient and innovative. Furthermore, we commend the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council's active role in the endorsement of the newly established ASEAN Young Women Entrepreneurs Club and the inclusive involvement of businesswomen in the carnival. To conclude, in my capacity as chair of the ASEAN Business Awards 2021, the ASEAN Business Advisory Council Brunei also looks forward to the ASEAN Business Awards 2021 Gala Night at the end of this month, and in presenting, among others, Young Entrepreneur Awards to outstanding young entrepreneurs and youth-led businesses across ASEAN who have demonstrated significant success through leadership, market positioning, and company performance. Finally, on behalf of the ASEAN Bank Brunei, I wish Fatin, Arifin, Governor of the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival 2021 and standing chair of the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council, all members of the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council, the Young Entrepreneurs Association Brunei, all supporting partners, expo partners, and strategic partners, and everyone involved, a very successful series of events during the Carnival 2021. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much. That was Yang Mulia Haji Musa. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to now welcome Madam Suzana Suharju, Chief Executive Officer of Imagine Sendirian Berhad. Madam Suzana, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang Mulia Nuliana Fatin Arifin, Governor 6 AYE Carnival Brunei Darussalam, AYEC Standing Chair 2021, and President of the Young Entrepreneurs Association of Brunei. Yang Mulia Haji Musa Adinin, Member of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, Yang Mulia Pengiran Azalin bin Dato' Haji Mustafa, Baghduri Bank Deputy CEO. Our esteemed viewers, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. Thank you for having me here today. First and foremost, we at Imagine would like to extend our warmest congratulations to the 6 ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival team for the immense behind-the-scene work to make this year's AYE Carnival gathering a success. Seeing so many young people from different nations come together for such a meaningful cause is truly inspiring. With the theme this year being Reimagining Business in the New Paradigm, we find that the 6 AYE Carnival quite fitting with who we are at Imagine. As the young people of today would say, this is definitely on brand. We here at Imagine are no strangers to know what it means to reimagine. Our history as the leading telecommunications provider in Brunei Darussalam is deeply rooted in 1952 as Jabatan Telekom Brunei, later as Telbru in 2006, and imagine what's next since 2020. The changes in our economic landscape that we're experiencing as a result of COVID-19 resonates deeply with our teams at Imagine. We understand what it takes to rebrand, re-strategize, and reevaluate how we adapt to new normals. With what's currently happening in the world and in Brunei, we find that staying connected is becoming more imperative than ever. Being the preferred telco provider in Brunei, we continue to explore how we can help Bruneians achieve their goals through our vast products and services, whether for your home, your business, for you or your family. The pandemic has disrupted so much of our day-to-day lives, but through sheer collaboration between the government, corporate and companies, NGOs, and society in general, we continue to find ways to overcome so many challenges. Imagine sees this determination in how our customers and Bruneians are adapting to the new norm using technology to perform daily activities. Not just to stay connected, but also to stay safe for themselves and for their loved ones as they avail themselves Imagine's products and services through our Imagine Go app or our web portal as part of the new norm. This new norm is also evident by having this event today. Despite physical limitations, we continue to find ways to host a milestone event under Brunei's ASEAN Chairmanship, where youths from all around ASEAN can stay connected, network, share initiatives, ideas, and grow together. This perseverance is a reason why Imagine decided to support this event, because we believe in the power of the youth and the tenacity of the human spirit. This regional event is symbolic of Imagine's hope for our country through the nurturing of relationships with our friends from across the region. Echoing this year's ASEAN theme, Imagine believes that we will recover, that we are stronger when we are together, and if we do this, sama-sama. We hope that our young entrepreneurs will take this opportunity to network with other youths within ASEAN. With over 600 million people across the region, I believe that the ideas are abound and there are limitless opportunities. Imagine also has regional partners with whom we work with to offer state-of-the-art and innovative solutions for our customers in the field of data analytics, healthcare, just to name a few. These partnerships have certainly provided value add to our portfolio and, on the same breath, increase the competencies of our Bruneians. To our Bruneian youths out there, take advantage of our ASEAN chairmanship this year. Dare to explore beyond our borders. Be brave to imagine what's next. We believe that the AYE Carnival will help you unleash your true potential. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Susanna. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, it is now my pleasure to welcome and invite Pangeran Azalin and Haji Mustafa, Deputy Chief Executive Officer of Baiduri Bank. Pangeran Azalin, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Padli. ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival host, my esteemed colleagues, members of the press, community, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum and a very good day, everyone. Baiduri Bank is really honored to be the official bank partner for the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival this year. The theme this year, reimagining business in the new paradigm, is very timely and relevant to a lot of the conversations we have in our daily businesses. In a world that is constantly changing, and obviously in times of uncertainty, we are always asking ourselves, how can we find solutions or ways that can add value and adapt quickly to changes in market behavior? It is essential that we have the right information, and obviously through this carnival, we will get a lot of it to make the right decisions, and obviously hope that through this event also, entrepreneurs such as MSMEs can gain clarity on what's out there, so current trends, and obviously also challenges. And obviously also to look at tools that they can use and maybe adapt to fulfill their business aspirations. Initiatives such as this Carnival help to open more avenues and opportunities for youth to develop essential skills and enhance not just for marketability, but also their own livelihoods, as they would depend this particular activity to, to live. This is very much in line with what Baiduri's bank commitment to empower individuals and businesses to achieve financial success, thereby contributing to Brunei's Wawasan 2035 towards a goal of a sustainable and dynamic economy. At Baiduri Bank, we believe in enriching the financial well-being of our customers and communities by creating a holistic experience that goes beyond just products and services that we or the bank offers. For MSMEs, we seek to do this through active collaboration, leveraging on both our strong networks of partners, both in Brunei and beyond. I mean, just to give some recent examples, which include Urban Bites, one of our projects, which we partnered with the municipal department to promote and support local food truck vendors during the month of Ramadan, using a small space that we have in front of our head office in Gadong. And also we had the Baiduri SME Empowerment Series that is ongoing, which we partnered with DARE, Darussalam Enterprise, to provide a series of skills development workshops for MSMEs. Our Baiduri community space, situated at our headquarters, obviously once we through with this pandemic, I will invite everyone here to visit, is well known as a space for collaboration. We have hosted numerous, this was pre-pandemic, events with our business partners and non-profit organizations at this location. This is a tangible way of us to engage our community and create and co-create success. With the pandemic, despite its challenges, we continue to seek ways to provide opportunities for entrepreneurs and invite all young entrepreneurs to speak to us on how we can help you maximize your business potential and ultimately carve your business growth journey. In the meantime, we look forward to engaging the young entrepreneurs, hearing their thoughts and ideas and learning from each other's experience so that we can create more value in what we can do to support and encourage young entrepreneurs and MSMEs throughout their journey. From that, I hope to see a lot of participation at the Carnival and wish the Carnival all success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pangeran Azalin, for that speech. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the conclusion of the remarks from our organizer as well as our Carnival partners. We now welcome the question and answer from our ladies and gentlemen in the room, media friends. Please use the hand raise function or use the chat box to submit your questions to the organizers. You may either direct these questions to either Fatin, Tuan Musa, Madam Susanna, or Pangeran Azalin for this session. We will try to have this session for the next 20 minutes. So if we can welcome our media friends to come in with your questions. I do not see any hand raises yet or any questions in the chat box. So I'm now just waiting patiently for our media friends to engage with our organizers. In the meantime, if I can just ask perhaps Fatin, if you'd like to add anything, or our partners, if anything that you'd like to share while waiting for any questions and answers from our media friends.
Sure. I think something that I had forgotten to add just now is that we are expecting, inshallah, about 1,500 participants. So our registration is moving very fast. We've just launched a couple of days ago. So Alhamdulillah, we're getting good participations from across ASEAN economies, and we're expecting at least 1,500, inshallah. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Fatin. I still do not see any questions coming in, but I do welcome our partners to share, if anything, beyond your speeches that you have shared.
Hi, Susanna here. I mean, nothing much to share really, aside from expressing how, I'm extremely excited for you guys and for all of us to host this event. The fact that this is the first virtual session that we had, I think, is no mean feat here. It's really amazing how we've all had to adapt ourselves to the current time. So the very best of luck, and I'm keen to hear the outcome and the shared ideas amongst all of the youths for this carnival. So good luck to you all, and well done.
Thank you, Madam Susanna. We're indeed very much excited to have this event. It's a shy 2 weeks away from the event. Thank you, Siti Aja. Very much excited to be also part behind the scenes with Fatin's team as well. Pengiran Azalin or Tuan Musa, if you'd like to add anything to that. Otherwise, we can wrap up the session if we don't have any other questions as so far.
Yeah.
Tuan Musa, please.
On behalf of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, I would welcome any assistance that the entrepreneurs like us to promote the platform. And for information, you are aware that the ASEAN Business Council has been very busy the whole year this year. So we have learned a lot on how to organize events. So if you need any assistance, you can share
Tuan Musa, my apologies. We are having difficulty to hear you over the microphone. If you could speak closer to the microphone, maybe that might help. Tuan Musa, please.
Sorry, yeah. Can you hear me?
Slightly better. Slightly.
I don't know what's anyway, I'm just offering ASEAN Banks Council assistance if there is any requirement from the ASEAN young. Like I said earlier, that we have gone through the whole year, almost the whole year. We've gone through so many events, we have organized events. And we have a good team, I would say. We're very happy with the success of all the events that we had. So if there's anything that we need, we can share with you to ensure that you handle success.
Thank you very much, Tuan Musa. If I could just reiterate what he just said quite earlier on, I think ASEAN BAC is offering any assistance, if anything, to the fellow organizers. If anything, I think, and myself included, we've been involved in the Business Advisory Council events. Congratulations, sir, on the recent ASEAN Business Investment Summit. I think we also have the upcoming ASEAN Business Awards as well. So very exciting with the private sector involvement on the ASEAN backside, and I hope we can continue supporting each other for that. I do have 2 questions, I think, just to engage on this session. Fatin, I think I note there are 3 days for this upcoming carnival as well. And I understand yesterday we just did a blast on a number of speakers that we've just confirmed. Maybe are there any speakers you'd like to highlight to everyone for the media's notation, and maybe perhaps highlighting some of the own I think expo opportunities as well that people can also participate, and how people can register for and look out for these events. Fatin.
Sure. So in terms of expo, we've got an expo team that actually looks after the expo. So we are actually targeting about 15 to 20 at least of participations, and we're expecting all ASEAN countries to participate in the expo as well. So for anybody who is keen to participate in the expo, they can always email us ayec.carnival@gmail.com, and they will be sending, our team will be sending the expo registration form. Yeah, so the expo is only about 250 for registration until today. And then the standard rate is about 300 USD per expo. So yeah, and I think if I could add as well, Fadli, one of the things that we have learned from the ASEAN Investment Summit most recently is the beautiful platform that ABIS has used. So we are going to utilize Hopin as well, because we really loved the platform and the engagement that it provides. So that's one learning that we've actually got from our ABAC colleagues this year. And also we have been actually engaging very actively with ABAC throughout the year, because what ABAC does is they invite joint business councils to participate in meetings. So we were able to share initiatives. We were able to hear what the other JBCs are doing, what ABAC is doing. So we were able to be very engaged with ABAC priorities, ABAC initiatives as well. So we are very happy that ABAC has also come in with us as the main partner for this. And also we are most grateful as well to both Imagine and also Baiduri Bank for joining us, because we feel like, since both have come on board with us over the past couple of weeks, we feel that we are not alone in doing this. And we feel that a sense of engagement, sense of camaraderie as well. So we are very happy that we have both with us. So we feel that we will be able to host this, albeit for the first time, rather well, inshallah. So we're setting sort of like the trend amongst our AYEC colleagues as well, because we particularly usually only come in at the end of, sometimes towards the middle of the year or towards end of the year, to come in physically to meet each other. Yeah. I think also, if I could just share as well, one of the things that also Brunei, during the Brunei chairmanship this year, Alhamdulillah, we have been continuously growing the work that our AYEC colleagues have done since 2015. What we have done this year, Alhamdulillah, together with our colleagues, have been establishment of the ASEAN Young Women Entrepreneurs Club. And that's one of the initiative that we wanted to do to encourage more inclusive involvement of our women, because even in ASEAN, participation of women as well at the leadership level and all that is still far away. So that's why we also wanted to bring in inclusivity as well, even amongst our AYEC council as well. Yeah, so hence, Alhamdulillah, that has happened in July. So even through that platform, we are now engaging with women across Southeast Asia through forums, through discussion, and also in the future collaborations as well. That's one. And then the other things that we are doing as well for this year has also been the AYEC Business and Entrepreneurship Dialogue Series. So one of the things that we wanted to encourage amongst our young is not to for Carnival to happen before we start engaging with one another. So that has been something that we initiated as well this year, together with our AYEC colleagues from Philippines and also AYWEC as well. So that is something new, and also the ABAC AYEC Policy Dialogue Forum as well. So that is to us as well, because the formation of AYEC at the end of the day was really to put a voice on the table for our young entrepreneurs. So through this platform, we hope to be able to create or establish that official voice, and to strengthen the voices of our young entrepreneurs in participating and also contributing to the ASEAN development and regional development of ASEAN, either through our policies for businesses, collaboration, and things like that. So that is something new that we brought this year together with our ASEAN AYEC colleagues. Yeah, so we hope that when we pass it over to our colleagues in Cambodia, we will continue helping them as the co-chair next year, but also continue to build the AYEC platform and is stronger. Yeah, so that's it from me, Fadli. Thank you.
Thanks, Fatin. I think that the note that you've really covered the bulk of the expo opportunity. So the deadline's later today with the fees that's been stipulated, as Fatin had shared. She also shared some of the inner workings of her work as chair. Indeed, excellent sharing over the year, not without challenge, especially virtually, not being able to physically convene, but also against challenges to introduce new platforms like the AYEC ABAC Policy Dialogue Forum and convening more quite often. And so there is one question I think Fatin didn't get to answer. If there were any sessions that you'd like to highlight coming out of this carnival, any keynotes as well that you'd like to share. I think we've just circulated some posters yesterday, and we've also circulated invitations to government agencies, stakeholders here and there. But are there any sessions you'd like to highlight for the media to take note? Fatin.
I feel like, to be honest, I mean, maybe perhaps I'm biased. I think all the sessions have its own highlight. So that's the beauty of what the sessions are. We purposely make the forum continuous. There's no break in between, because we understand that when it's a virtual forum, people come in and out. So at every session, there is a special keynote. There's also special highlights as well. And we made sure that every session is well represented as well in terms of industry, in terms of also, we do our best to be as gender balanced as possible as well, without saying that, sorry, I'm not taking a speaker from your side because there's no women. But yeah, we tried to be as gender balanced as possible. That was the key decision that we made lah, and made sure that there is a good balance of industries. So that's why I think in terms of participation, in terms of the breakdown of industries, we are quite well represented. We've got logistics in there, we've got manufacturing, and then we've also got telco as well. And then we've got bank, we've got education, we've got ecosystem as well, the She Loves Tech, and also someone from Singapore, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and then we've also got a platform that actually supports women to grow. And yeah, so we're pretty excited with the diversity that we have. And actually the speakers that we got is a collaboration with our AYEC colleagues. So it wasn't just that, you know, Brunei did it, it's a collaboration with our whole AYEC colleagues, where everybody participated in contributing to the formation of the program overall. Yeah.
Congratulations on the completion of the program. I think it's great that we're looking at the gender balance, you know, a very forward-looking forum indeed. I think we'll also be closing the session with the handover ceremony to Cambodia. So that's great to hear. I'm asking once again for last round of questions from media friends. I mean, the point of a press conference really. But perhaps one last question from me, Fatin, if not any from the media, is, well, how can we access the details for these sessions? I understand there is Hopin, but is there any specific instructions that we could include for our media friends to take note and for others,
Sure.
public to interface with you?
Sure. I think the main platform where information can be found is in ayec.org. So people can register there, and also people can find out more information about AYEC, about the carnival, and about all else as well, inshallah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Fatin. Any last round of remarks from Pengiran Azalin? No? Madam Susanna? Good. Pengiran Azalin, I see your mic's unmuted.
Well, I guess it's just to officially congratulate everyone. I guess, you know, don't need to name everyone, but everyone who's involved directly or indirectly. So, like I said, in terms of our involvement, we're very excited. When first, obviously, when we got the first invite, we were, I think we should do this if we get a chance, and we managed to get it. So, thank you. So again, I think it's very interesting to get perspective, especially because it's ASEAN, and when you see the panelists that you managed to get, it's quite impressive. It is like all ranges in terms of industry and experience, and obviously throwing in the local aspect of it, obviously, because we are part of ASEAN anyway. So that's quite good. So it's not Brunei focused, but obviously as much as we want to get a lot of Brunei participation and to benefit from this. So I'm quite interested in terms of, excited in terms of seeing how it prevails and what's on offer on the table when everybody contributes.
Thank you so much, Pengiran Azalin. Thank you, Biz Brunei, for the comment. We will indeed have a group photo before we end the session as well. So if I could just ask, I suppose our sponsors as well, who are probably in the room, to be on standby for this. Give me a moment. Yes, I do have a question from one of our key organizers from our media friends. If interested individuals have to be registered for the carnival, and is there a link or form for the registration? What's the deadline if not already mentioned? I think Patin mentioned a bit of these details, but I'll let her highlight this once again.
Hi, so registration can be done via ayec.org. So you click and then there will be a registration link there. It will take you to Eventbrite. Yeah. So
Thank you.
registration is also free of charge as well. So we are just concerned that it will be, of course, more than 10,000 people. So that's a good problem to have, but let's see.
Thanks so much, Fatin. And thank you for the question that was submitted. Just asking for last round of questions. And any last remarks from Madam Susanna and Tuan Musa? Yes, I see your mic is unmuted. Madam Susanna.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much. Again, really pleased to see what you guys have lined up. I'm going to be the first. I'm sure I'm not the first to say this, but I'm going to say that I'm really impressed with what you guys put together, especially also an emphasis on, women and making sure that the youth has a voice. These are certainly part and parcel of things that Imagine as an organization, and me personally as well, actually, believe in. So essentially what I wanted to share across with you is that if there's any way, shape or form I may be able to support you now or in the future, just let me know. So thank you.
Thank you, Madam Susanna. Okay, I think we have our last round of remarks and questions from the media. Thank you once again. I am just checking in with the organizer for any last minute notes. Otherwise, I can conclude the session with our group photo as well as some thank you remarks. Okay, I think we're ready to conclude, yeah? So if I can just ask Fatin, Pengira Azalin, Madam Susanna, Tuan Musa for a group photo shortly. Fatin, just correct me if I'm wrong, there's no other sponsors in the room that should switch on their camera?
I think we've got our media partner as well, Biz Brunei, and also the Bruneian.
All right, so if you can allow our representatives to also switch on your camera so we can take a group photo together. Once again, to our partners, media partners, sponsors, to take a photo, to switch on your camera for a group photo shortly. And can I just check with our organizers? Are we ready? Liana and June? Okay, I will be counting down shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, big smiles, look at the camera. 3, 2.
Can we have everyone? Everyone's picture?
Okay, I just see Plaiduri Bank just switched on the camera.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'll do the count once again. Fatin, are we ready now?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Okay.
Let's see if everybody can open their camera as well. I'd like to see faces.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you, Yek Wing, for joining. Miss Deborah.
Oh, hi, Deborah.
Thank you for joining. Nisha from AYEC Thailand. That's great. Okay, I think we don't have any other cameras. All right, I'm gonna count down. Big smiles. Look at the camera. 3, 2, 1. Okay. We good, Fatin?
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your energy, time, and contributions today. We have arrived at the end of this morning's program. For your information, once again, the press release will be shared immediately after this event through your respective emails. If you have not shared already, please submit it through the chat box. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of the organizers and the 6th ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival event, This event would not have been possible without in close partnership with the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, our supporting partners, ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Association, ASEAN Young Women Entrepreneurs Club, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, Brunei Darussalam, our expo partner, Fireworks Trade Media Group, our strategic partner, Nexploit Advertising and Media, our media partners, the Bruneian and Biz Brunei, and lastly, our sponsors, MMW, Mint, and Mixel. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to conclude with today's session with the recital of Surah Al-As. Astaghfirullah al-Azim, astaghfirullah al-Azim, astaghfirullah al-Azim. Wal-As, innal insana lafi khusr, innal ladhina amanu wa amilu salihats, wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. With that, wabillahi tawfiq wal hidayah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fadli, signing out live from Brunei Darussalam. We will see you on the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Carnival, the 6th edition at the end of this November. See you soon. Stay safe and take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum to all. Thank you.
Hi, well done.
Thank you, Tuan. Thank you, Puan Suzana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debs, for coming.